I'm 15, and everyone calls me Penny. Until a week ago, I was a boring, unremarkable girl. School, then home, watching YouTube, chatting with my girlfriend, chatting about her unfortunate love. All days were like one another. I was not depressed. No, it's just my character. I became like that a couple of years ago, when I was constantly sick and wandered from one hospital to another. I was diagnosed with blood leukemia, which I didn't realize the seriousness of right away. My parents supported me. All the money was spent on treatment. And after 6 months, I was in remission. I started going to school again. I did well in school. My parents were relieved, but life was boring. And then 2 weeks ago, after the routine tests, I got tested every 6 months. The doctor called my parents in for a talk. And then I saw my mother hiding her tear-red eyes from me. I realized that my test results were bad. I read a lot about leukemia on the internet, and I realized that it's a matter of luck. Some people do recover, and some, like me. As we were leaving the doctor's office, I heard. You'll find out what I heard in a minute. But now don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you have the bell clicked. Then you'll know when there's a new video coming out in the channel. I heard him whisper in my mom's ear, 10 days. And Mom just sobbed back. I figured it out. I had 10 days left. 10 last days. And it's up to me. How do I want to spend them? I can lie in bed and listen to my strength leave me. Or I can breathe life to the fullest. I stayed up all night reading about people who have found the power to change their lives fundamentally, and sat down in the morning to write my most cherished wishes. First on the list, I wanted a tattoo. A large, voluminous, bright flower that curls along my torso and blooms on my shoulder blade. My parents strictly forbade me to do that, but it didn't matter now. Next on the list was my hair. I always wanted a short haircut, with hair sticking out in different directions. For me, it is a symbol of carelessness, or something like that. And my mom kept braiding me braids. So I plucked up courage, and in the morning, I scheduled a haircut appointment. And in the afternoon, the same day, a tattoo appointment. And in the evening, I came home so happy. While Dad was still in the kitchen and dinant, I was already going through the closet for tomorrow, because wish number 3 for me was even crazier. But I decided to make it happen. There was an end of semester party coming up at school. And I decided to finally hook up with Ted. I didn't have time to wait for him to pay attention to me. And I'd been wanting to declare my feelings since 5th grade. So at the party at school, I wore a nice tight top and sassy leather pants that my friend Nora had somehow made me buy. And I looked gorgeous. No one recognized me at first because of my haircut. But all guys winked and smiled at me. Wow. I felt myself like I had wings behind my back. I didn't make it to Ted's house, but halfway there, Donovan, the handsome boy and star of the basketball team, said hi to me. We flirted with him all night, and then he gave me a ride home in his black Ford. And the evening ended even better than I'd planned, with a hot kiss. Wow, the adrenaline was off the charts. I finally felt like I was living. And it turns out, everything is possible if you're a little bolder and more determined. Another surprise was waiting for me the next day. I got a message from the same Ted. He wrote that he had noticed me at the party, but then I disappeared somewhere, and he wanted to go roller skating with me. I was shocked. Not one guy, and 2 liked me. And of course, I said yes. We had fun. We laughed it off. And Ted kissed me goodbye. Ooh, what a life. I had so much fun. And it also turned out that Donovan had been texting me all night, and I managed to miss a few calls from him. Yeah, Penny, you are one hell of a girl. I was just pulling on my pajamas when there was a gentle knock on the door. Mom! She sat down next to me and quietly asked, Penny, explain to me, what's going on? The tattoo, the haircut, the parties. Yesterday, one guy brought you in. Today, another guy is kissing you at the door. What is wrong with you? I heard the doctor's verdict, Mom. 10 days. That's all I have left. Mom didn't say anything. It was like she was remembering. And you thought you had 10 days to live. And Dad and I were being so calm. You have always supported me. So you decided not to upset me unnecessarily. My Penny! My mother held me tenderly to her breast. Live on and don't worry about a thing. The doctor wasn't talking about you. There's nothing wrong with you. The haircut looks good on you, by the way, but don't fool the boys. And she walked away laughing, and it was like the ground was slipping out from under me. I was in a hurry, and I'd done some crazy things, and I was a different Penny. And now life was just going to get boring again? What about Donovan and Ted? Who should I pick? They're both fun. Who would you pick? Text me. I also had skydiving and swimming with sharks on my wish list. But now I'm hesitant. Should I do it? What would you do?
I think this story might help you. I'm Nikki. I'm 18 and I don't have a boyfriend. Yeah, and it's starting to stress me out. All my girlfriends have boyfriends. And I'm alone. And I don't know how to find a boyfriend. One day, I came across a post on my Insta feed of a guy who was offering coaching services. He helps single people find a mate. So I texted him. Alex was a confident, very charismatic guy with a soft tone of voice. We met in a cafe, talked for a while, and Alex immediately voiced the first task for me. I had to go up to the first guy I liked on the street and get to know him. I was about to object, but Alex countered. You count to 3. You come up, you say hello, and smiling, you look him right in the eyes. I was trembling with fear inside. But since I decided to use the services of a coach, I had to obey him in everything. When I saw an attractive guy in the window, I closed my eyes, counted to 3, quickly approached him, and blurted out in one breath, Hi, you're so hot, would you like something to drink? The guy hesitated, and then a girl came running over to me and yelled at me, No way, that's my boyfriend, and dragged him the other way. I was so embarrassed. I was about to complain to Alex, but he put his hand on my shoulder and praised me. You did it, Nikki. You did it. You made the first step. It'll be easier next time. In the evening, we agreed to meet at a nearby bar. It was crowded. Alex and I had had a hard time finding a free table. And he said, Pick a guy, say hello, and compliment him. Briefly, but with humor. I walked over to the bar and there was a guy sitting there looking around with a smile on his face. Hi, I'm Nikki. And suddenly, I saw a ring on his finger. Oh, you have a ring on your finger? The guy smiled in response. No, it's just a ring. I'm single. Ah! I was hysterically thinking what compliment to give him and blurted out, You're smarter than you look! The guy changed his face and walked away. The evening was ruined, and I ruined it. Back at the table with Alex, I ordered a cocktail, and then one more, and then one more. I spent half the night talking nonsense, and Alex listened heroically. How I got home, I don't remember. But in the morning, I woke up with a terrible headache, and on the table beside my bed, I noticed migraine med, a glass of water, and a note. It's gonna be okay, Nikki. I'm with you. Alex. He's so caring, I thought. The next day, I received a message from Alex with a new task. Here's an invitation to the exhibition. You'll figure it out there. Burning with impatience, I got dressed and ran out of the house. The exhibition center was 3 blocks away, and I decided to walk. But then it started raining cats and dogs. I ran to the nearest cafe. The cafe was crowded. "You're completely wet. Here, have some hot coffee." I turned around, and the guy at the table was holding out a paper cup to me. "It's closed, don't worry." I didn't drink it. We started talking, or rather, Ethan was talking. That was the name of the guy, and I was listening to him. But it didn't matter because he was so cool. An A student, an athlete, has his own startup company that will soon bring in big profits. Ethan was just perfect, and he knew it. The coffee got cold, the rain stopped, and I kept listening to Ethan. And suddenly a text message came from Alex. "Leave. He's a player, I know him." Looking out the window, I saw Alex standing in front of the cafe, staring intently at me. After telling Ethan that I had to go to the ladies' room, I went outside. "Are you following me?" I asked Alex. "You didn't come to the exhibition. I waited, so I decided to walk your route. It's 3 blocks from your house." "Exactly. He knows where I live," I remembered. "Do you know Ethan?" "Yeah. One of my clients got hooked on him. He hangs out in this neighborhood." "Everything's clear," I grumbled. "Normal guys don't fall for me. Only players or taken ones." Tears glistened in my eyes. "Stop it, Nikki, pull yourself together. In fact, I have a surprise for you." He nodded at his sports car, and we drove through the city. The music was playing loud, I was singing along, and Alex was smiling and looking at me in silence. And when the evening came, he took me out of town to see the starry sky. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. I looked up and there were stars twinkling. Suddenly, one of them blinked and flew down. "Alex, look! The star is falling! I made a wish." "Me too," Alex whispered and looked at me. He moved slowly toward me, running one hand through my hair and wrapping the other around me. His lips quickly found mine. I wanted that kiss to last forever. It was real magic. After pulling away from me for a moment, Alex whispered, "Nikki, I really like you. This is the first time this has happened to me. I can't think of anything else." I was secretly happy when it didn't work out with the other guys. I was jealous. Now, I want to be with you. And I started dating Alex. It was great. We traveled together, went to a lot of countries, and after a year, we decided to break up. And no, I didn't feel bad after the breakup. I'm single again, but it's not a problem for me anymore. There are lots of things you can do alone and enjoy life, which is what I'm doing right now. I hope my experience is helpful to you. Write in the comments, what do you think about it? I'm really